I'm
this
so
show,
sorry.
this show is always like so much fun, except when it comes to, these are one of the things which we're learning a valuable lesson at this time, that we
Yeah.
can't control everything.
Surrender, surrender, surrender.
That's the mantra. That's
This
the
is
mantra of this time.
amazing that you're doing this. I love that you're doing this. It's so
I am enjoying it so much. I kind of created it at a time of just feeling that fear, feeling that anxiety, feeling that panic, and feeling really disconnected and kind of singular. I'm used to feeling, since I was a little girl, like I know you're pretty, close with your dad. Your dad is hilarious. I see him on Instagram. But my dad took me like everywhere with him. He would just like
yeah.
take me on tours, and me and Zoe Kravitz was on the show yesterday, and she was like, "Why did our parents just pass us around to whoever?" I was just always in people's hands and always being held and always being hugged. And so then when this
Contact.
time happened, it's something I never really experienced. I'm a total toucher. I love to like lay on my mom's lap and get my hair played with and to touch and to hug. And so feeling that disconnection for the first time in my life, I just started feeling really anxious. And I thought that there has to be a way that we can connect to each other and we can feel that hug without, with keeping ourselves safe and keeping ourselves in quarantine. And so it's just been a really good way to kind of like virtually connect and care. And we're just really lucky to live in a time where we have technology where we can do this.
Yeah, I love it because I think there's also like for me, there's a sense that when I'm in a situation that produces anxiety or fear in me, I want to like close my heart down. And so having these places where we are reminded to keep our hearts open, to connect with people, to like let the feelings flow, don't hold it down, like that to me is the only way to get through this.
Are there any, exercises or tools you use when you feel yourself closing up? Like, it can seem silly, but maybe it even is, laying on the ground and like feeling grounded or the earth. That's kind of what I do. And I push myself up with my arms and like physically open myself up. Is there something that you do mentally or physically or spiritually?
Yeah, I try to actually just think about my heart as a like to picture my heart and to relax it, like to try to relax the muscles around my heart. And then with my kids, I try to like we lie on the ground, and if you put a stuffy, like a stuffed animal or anything, on your belly, and so taking the kind of deep breath that makes the stuffed animal rise up, so that everybody's really breathing into your belly and not just that like shallow chest panic breathing. So
I
that
just started doing that and I felt like everything comes down and you just feel, I think it's a really good idea to place something on yourself so you can
yeah,
actually really stay accountable and see it. I'm
mm-hmm.
so, visual as well. Like that's what I've loved about doing this too, is I've gotten to talk to so many different people about everyone has their own process
Yes.
and you got to respect it. And I think,
Mhm.
that's something that, I'm going to take. I've been doing this for 3 weeks and I'm like loving it so much every single Monday through Friday, 11:30 to 12:30. And, and I love it so much, but I'm going to take this next week to just kind of like go in because I feel like
Mhm.
by doing this show, it's so kind of extra and like